I've got a secret that will up your sticker game, and this is a total game changer. Today I'm going to show you my absolute favorite way to design sticker sheets in Canva. Drop them straight into Cricut and let your machine do all the cutting. And the best part, I'm going to show you how to do this completely free. No upgrades, no paid plan, just you, Canva, and your Cricut. So grab your machine and let's get started. In Canva, you have a lot of different templates that you can use, but in my case, I want to create something unique, so I'm going to select custom size. And when I do that, I get a Create Design pop-up window. And the first thing I want to do is go under Units and drop that down and select Inches. Then under Width, I want my sticker sheet to be 4.5 inches wide by 6.5 inches tall. And with that in there, I'm going to go ahead and click on Create New Design. Now that I have my canvas set to the size that I want, which was again 4.5 by 6.5, I'm going to go on the left and click on Elements. And when I do that, I get a search box, a whole bunch of different categories. And in that search box, I'm going to type in Watercolor Background, because we're going to start our sticker sheet off with our background color. Then I'm going to go ahead and click on Search. Now you have all these different categories here, graphics, photos, videos, etc., that you can search through, but I'm going to click on Graphics, and these are the graphics that I have to work with. Now the ones that have this little crown in the bottom right are the Canva Pro images that you can use, so you need the subscription to use those. But I want to show you exactly how to do this without having to purchase Canva Pro. So the first thing we're going to do is click on the filter option in the search box and select Free under Price, and then Apply. Now these are all the free backgrounds, watercolor backgrounds that are in the system. So I can scroll through these until I find one that I like. This one looks good, so when I click on it, it drops it on my canvas for me. Then I can pick that up and drag it to the upper left corner, and then drag the corner, the bottom right corner down to stretch it out to be the width of my canvas. Then this bar in the middle bottom, I can just drag that down to the bottom of my canvas, and now I've set my background color. The next step is to find some images we want to make stickers out of. So back over under Elements, I'm going to X out the search words watercolor background, and this time I'm going to type in cute zoo animals and click on Search. I want to make sure under Filter I turn on Free and click Apply, and I can scroll through here until I find images that I want to use. And when I click on one, it automatically drops it onto my canvas, and I can grab one of the corners and size it down to a size that I like. Go ahead and grab this guy here and do the same. Grab one of the corners, whoops, undo. Grab one of the corners and size it down to a size I like. When I click on this giraffe here and go under the triple dots, I can go under Info and click on See More like this. And I get a subset of images that fall within the same type of image that I just had on my canvas. So I can go ahead and click on, let's say, this lion, size him down, and maybe the crocodile, size him down, and maybe this guy here, maybe this guy, and the zebra. All right, so you add as many as you want onto your canvas, and then you can position them how you want. So with one of them selected, I can go under Edit and scroll down here to Shadows and click on See All, Outline. Now this is where I'm going to apply the white outer edge or the padding or the offset around my stickers. So I'm going to change this color by clicking on it and drag my dot up to the top left to get white. And then this size bar here, I can pick up that dot and drag it to the right until you can see on my screen, until I get the amount of padding I want around my image. The elephant has the right amount of padding around it, and I want all of my images to have the same amount. So if I select my elephant and go under Style, Copy Art Style is for the Pro subscription members, but Copy Basic Style, I can click on that for free, and then just simply click on any one of my other images, and it automatically applies that offset for me. So click on Style, Copy Basic Style, and click on the next image. And just keep doing that until you have them all set with a white offset. The third step is going to be to add some text. So let's give this a title. So on the left, let's click on the text tool, and we're going to go ahead and click on Add a Subheading, and we'll call this Zoo Animals. And I'll grab this plus sign to drag it up towards the top, and just like with other programs, you can drag a corner to increase the size, or you can increase the size with the plus sign for the font size here. And then where it says Canva Sans, that is your font box. So when I click on that, I can go in here and I can filter for free fonts, click Apply, and get a listing of all the free fonts that are in Canva for me to use. I'm going to go ahead and use Black Bones, and I'll go ahead and size that up a little bit, get it what I want it to be. Now I can leave the text as black, or I can change the text. And to change the text, I click on the A for the text color box, and I can select whatever text color I want to use. And let's just say that maybe I want it to something very similar to what I already have. Okay, so you can't hardly see the font there, but I could go under Effects at the top, and all these different effects I could apply to that text. And I want to make that text stand out, so I'm going to choose Outline. I can change the color if I want to whatever color I would like to use, and I can also change the thickness of that. Now, I don't really like that just yet, so I'm going to go ahead and click on that A, and I'm going to change the font to white. And that looks a little bit better. You can move your images around, and all you want to do is make sure that nothing is touching. Before we export this out of Canva, I want to duplicate this. I'm going to go ahead and click on this duplicate page, and now it drops down and I have the exact same page of stickers as I do up here. I want to export out just the background and the title as one layer, and then the stickers as a separate, because I want the stickers to be kiss cut, and I want the background plus the title to be a die cut image. For the first one, I'm going to go ahead and delete all of my stickers, and then scroll down, and on the second one, I'm going to delete the title and the background. So this is what I'm going to export out of Canva. So now I'm going to go up under Share, and I'm going to click on Download, and I'm going to download both pages, and I'm going to download it as a PNG. Now, I cannot increase the size of this PNG file because it is a Pro option. I also cannot compress the file or use a transparent background, which is what most people like to use when they are creating their stickers. So we're going to go with it and see how it works when we load it into Design Space. So I'm just going to click on Download. It's downloading the file for me. I'm going to tell it where I want it to go. Then I'm going to open Show in Finder, double click to unzip that folder, and now you can see that I have both of my images here. There's my background and my stickers. All right, let's go ahead and bring our stickers into Cricut Design Space. So what I'm going to do is, from the home screen of Design Space, I'm going to click on Stickers and Labels. And then I'm going to select Custom Stickers, 8.5 by 11, and click Start Designing. Now my canvas is set to a print and cut design, so I know what I can fit inside my actual sticker sheet and what Cricut's going to cut. I'm going to go under Upload and Upload Image and Browse to where I have my stickers. And I'm going to start with the background, so I'm going to click on the background image and click on Open. There it is. I'm going to click Continue. Now this one doesn't have any extra white or any other colors or anything I need to remove from it. It's just my title and my background, so I'm good to go there. So I'm going to click on Apply and Continue. Flat Graphic, Continue. You can save it with a file name and put it in a collection if you want. I'm going to click on Upload, and it adds to my canvas. So I'm going to click off of it so you can see that it added this border around it, because this is my sticker template. So it does that by default. So I'm going to select it and go to Edit Sticker, because I don't want that extra cut around it. I want it to just cut my rectangle, my background. So I'm going to click on Die Cut under the sticker options on the left, and I'm going to turn border off, as well as the Easy Peel border. And when you look back at my screen, you can see that I no longer have that extra cut layer. So what it's going to do is cut my watercolor background here out as just like that. So let's go ahead and bring in our stickers. So click on Upload, Upload Image, Browse, find my stickers, and click Open. There they are. Click on Continue. Now this is where, if I had been able to save it out for free as a transparent background, I wouldn't see this white. Now I do have Cricut Access subscription, so I'm not going to show you how to use that because I want to show you how to do this completely for free. So over here under Manual, I'm going to click on Select and just click on that white color, and you can see that it disappeared. I now have my images exactly the way I want with no extra background. I'm going to click on Apply and Continue, Flat Graphic, Continue, give it a name if you want, and add it to a collection, and then Upload, and it uploads my design to my canvas. Because we removed all of the white when we uploaded the image, it removed my offsets that I created in Canva. Not a problem. You can see by default when it lands on my canvas, it automatically applies an offset to it, but it may not be the offset amount that I want. So I'm going to click on it and click on Sticker Creator, and I'm going to click on Kiss Cut because that's what I want these to be. I'm going to add a border, but I'm going to make that border a thin one. Or if I don't like that, I can make it a custom border and I can increase or decrease it to the amount that I'd like it to have. Now I'm going to grab the stickers and I'm going to click on one of the corners and I'm going to size it down. So now I'm going to go up to size and I'm going to change my height to 6.5 and it automatically resizes my width. Now it looks like I could get 2 sticker sheets on one sticker paper. So I'm going to grab one of the corners and I'm going to twist my stickers and place them up here, right against the edge as close as I can get. And then I'm going to duplicate it and bring that one down. Sure enough, I'm able to get 2 sticker sheets inside the print and cut area. Then I'm going to click on Make and I'm going to make sure everything is inside the print and cut area. I just clicked and dragged to select everything so I can move it around just to make sure that I have everything inside the registration marks so that my sticker's cut properly. And then I'm going to click on Continue and I'm going to send it to printer. And in my case, I'm going to use a color laser printer. I'm not going to add any bleed and I don't need to use System Dialog Box and I'm just going to send it to print. My favorite sticker paper is by Joyeza and it works with inkjet plus laser printers and you can see it comes out looking great. I am going to apply some holographic laminate on top of my stickers. Super easy to do. Just peel back the top edge of the laminate real quick and that makes it so easy to use a felt ruler and get it on perfect every time. I'm just trimming that laminate that extended past the edge of the sticker sheet. And my stickers are ready to be cut. I'm going to use the printable waterproof sticker set white holographic for this. Now, a lot of people ask, what are my settings for Kiss Cut and Die Cut? Well, when I click on that material settings and can browse all of them, at the very bottom there's a material settings link. So when I scroll through that long list, I look for the material setting I want to use, and again, it's that printable waterproof sticker, and I click on that edit button. And here's where you can see what your Kiss Cut and your Die Cut settings are set for. So mine might work for my material that I'm using, but they might need to be adjusted for your material. Now, I'm running this through the Cricut Joy Extra, and I've sped this video up because I want you to truly see that I covered the registration marks with that holographic laminate, and it cuts perfectly. So that's why I'm including all of this in the video. Some people like to argue that you can't do that, but you actually can, or at least I can, and it works perfect for me every single time. So even with the holographic laminate covering the registration marks, it did cut just fine. It read the material perfectly. And you can see as I'm peeling the excess sticker paper away that I didn't get perfectly clean cuts. So in order for me to have done that and gotten better results, that's the part that needed a little bit extra. It worked fine and it'll be okay, no big deal. But the next time I go to make this, I will increase my pressure for the die cut section. And you can see the Kiss Cut part worked perfectly. Now, quick pro tip before you cut. If you're using a different brand of sticker paper or a different self-adhesive laminate than what I'm using, you may need to tweak your pressure just a little bit, which is why I showed you where to adjust your material settings. I'll have everything I used today, the exact sticker paper, the laminate, and even the printer I used, linked in the description below so you can grab the same stuff I'm working with. And that's my complete guide on how to create sticker sheets in Canva and cut them perfectly with your Cricut. Hopefully you found this helpful and even learned a few things. If you've got tips and tricks to share, drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell because we put out new content every week. Thanks for watching and happy crafting.